Oh boy, it's been a long winter. Well, welcome back to the channel. It's springtime. We're outside. We're doing some videos. Today we're going to be talking about home defense, homestead defense, retreat defense. We're going to subtitle this video, Things That Go Boom. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Okay, so for home defense, retreat defense, homestead defense, all that, there's a lot of different aspects, things you can do. Security cameras like I have on my place. Of course, if you're in SHTF, you're going to have a 24-hour watch going on. People physically watching what's going on around the property. And the threats are, of course, there's always the golden horde. The theory that people from the cities will be coming out to the sticks, the country, looking for resources, and that's definitely a possibility. I would say a probability even. But that's not what we're talking about specifically here today. What I wanted to talk to you today was about marauders. The people that say that I don't need to prepare, I don't need to have supplies, I don't need to have gear, because when shit hits the fan, I'm just going to take it from somebody who does. These people really exist? Well, I'll tell you, there's a lot of talk about it online, the various YouTube channels and blogs and Facebook pages and whatnot. People involved in that seem to really believe that they are. I will tell you that I have spoken to people who have told me 100% that they know somebody that said, I don't need to prepare, I will take from preppers if I need to. And I've had at least one conversation with a person who told me point blank, I don't need to prepare because of people like you who are prepared. I will simply take what's yours when the time comes or the need arises. So are they out there? I can tell you firsthand, they definitely are. Are there a lot of them? It's hard to tell. I've only had personal contact with one or two myself and anecdotal contact with a couple of more. But they're definitely out there. So let's talk about a few things that we can have up our sleeves to maybe convince them that you're not as soft of a target as you originally thought. Now, aside from the thing that goes boom that's very obvious and has been slung around my shoulder since the beginning of the video, let's take a look at a few of the options that I've got set out on the table here. Anybody with a PAL, or an R-PAL for that matter, can put their hands on this thing called Tannerite. Now, it's marketed as a reactive or responsive target. Basically what it is it's a low-grade explosive that is mixed. Comes in a little 1-pound container like that. In here, which is your mixing container, find a little red package of Activant. One of these red packs goes into here, mix it up, put it back into the small container, and when that container gets hit with any high power rifle round, it will react. It will go kaboom. I'm not going to do this here. I'm somewhat rural, I'm semi-rural, but I've got neighbors who, if they saw an explosion or heard an explosion at my house, would definitely call somebody. So we're not going to deal with that. Maybe I can clip in some other YouTube videos of these things going off. We'll see when I do the editing. But this is great. You can hide these near your entranceway, behind rocks, so that you have great access to them and a line of sight to them. You can set them off when people are coming on the property. They can be hidden around trees that you mark with red paint or a red ribbon so that you can identify it. Fire them off when needed, and you know what? Explosions going off around some of these yahoos will probably make them decide to go elsewhere. Another thing I've found is this is a civilian version of flashbang. They're made by Enola Gay, they make a lot of fireworks and things like that. And it's called the NK5 Thunder Flash. Here's what it is. It's pretty simple to activate, and we are going to show you one of these today. Basically, twist, strike, and this has a fuse of 5 seconds. Give or take 1 second. So it could be 4 seconds, could be 6 seconds. But the average is 5, plus or minus 1. So you know what? When 4 seconds comes around, you definitely want this to be somewhere else than in your hand. It comes 3 to a pack. We're going to test these out. We're going to see how much of a flashbang they actually are. Something else it doesn't really go kabang, but I thought this was absolutely neat. If you need to cover your tracks, retreat tracks, with a fire, this is called the ultimate match, and these things will burn high heat, high intensity for about 2 minutes when you're set off. So if you want to light something on fire behind you when you're on your way out, this is the kind of pup you're going to want. And yeah, I've seen these on videos, promotional videos, stay lit, immersed in a bucket of water. That's how good they are. Another thing, I've got a couple of these attached to my belt. Smoke grenades. Again, they don't go bang, but they can offer you some cover when you're trying to retreat. Different colors can be used to signal different things to your group. If you want your group to retreat, you might have it set for, if you see blue smoke, retreat, you throw a blue smoke, everyone retreats. Bugging out might be red, all clear might be white. These are great for signaling, and we're going to set some of these off. We're going to see how well they smoke. So let me set the camera up somewhere where we're not going to light too much of anything on fire, and we're going to go through some of these. All right, we'll be right back. All right, I'm behind the camera. Let me unstrap the rifle, make me a bit more mobile here. The first thing we're going to set off today, I guess, is going to be one of these Enola Gay smoke bombs. Which one is this? This is the WP-40. And I'm just looking to see what color I want to set off today. Let's set off this one that says black. Now, these are ring pulls. Alright, we've got our ring set up here under tape. When you set these off, we want to pull the ring out to the side. Not up, out to the side. And then toss it, and we're going to see how much smoke this one gives off. This one's got a black band around. I don't know if you can see that, black band. So it should be black smoke. Here we go. We're going to pull it and toss. Not bad. It's got a fair amount of smoke. There's a bit of wind here today, so it's dissipating, but that set off a couple of those. That'll definitely give you some screening to come in, to run away, retreat, advance, whatever way you want to put it. Everything's still going. Pretty thick smoke now, actually. And there we go. That's starting to burn out. Alright, well, that was the EP40, or EG40, or WP40 from Enola Gay. Got a distinct smell after that burned. And, yeah, smoke's going around to the neighbors, so we'll see what happens there. I don't think there'll be much of an issue with a bit of smoke. All right, so the next thing I wanted to talk to show you, I've already talked to you about it, is the Thunder Flash, the MK5 Thunder Flash. Now, when I saw these on the website, I was a little skeptical, but I mean, they do go bang. We may not see much of the flash because we're out here during the day, but we should hear the bang. And again, 5-second fuse that you may not want to have it in your hand after 4 seconds. So it's pretty easy to do. We're just going to twist it off like that. All right, you have a striking surface here, and that's what you strike it against. So we're going to give it a strike, and we're going to toss this right away. And take a bit of a duck and cover attitude here. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey, that's actually pretty good. That's better than I expected. We definitely saw a flash. We definitely heard a bang. My ears are still ringing a little bit. Maybe 10 feet away from it, if that. Maybe 8, more like it. Did that just... Yeah, it looks... Oh, no, that was a bug. I thought I buggered up the lens on my camera. But that was just a bug. So we saw that, and it was right around the 5-6 second mark that it went off. And, you know, if you toss that in a room, because somebody's come into your house, that's going to disorient somebody that's not expecting it for probably more than a couple of seconds. That was pretty good, actually. I'm glad I got those. I got a couple packs of those. They come in a pack of 3. You do not need a PAL for either the smoke bombs or the flashbangs. However, that flashbang, you do need to provide identification in order to purchase. So you don't need a permit or anything, but if you're buying these, just know your name's going on a list somewhere. While we're on that topic of lists, you're a prepper, you're watching this channel, you're a member, a regular visitor of a website or a Facebook group, well, guess what? You're on a list anyway. All right, let's talk about this now. Ultimate Match. These puppies burn, and burn good. It says warning to be right there. 2 feet away from this as it's burning. So we're going to give this a little rip. There it is. Let it go. Again, I've seen these burn like this underwater. You can't put them out. I'm going to toss this on the ground before it gets a little too hot in my hand. Try to adjust the camera so we can see that. Zoom in a little bit. Look at that puppy burn. These things are practically inextinguishable. Like I say, if you need to leave your retreat and you want to leave it burning as you go because A, you don't want the people that busted in and are attacking you to get the place, or B, you just want to cover your tracks and cause a bit of a distraction as you go, these things will definitely light it on fire. It's got a good 2-minute burn time average. They're starting to burn out now. There we go. So those puppies burn pretty hot. Those are Ultimate Match. I mean, if you wanted to keep a box of these in your emergency kit so that you can light a fire pretty much anywhere you want, that wouldn't be a bad thing to have. Alright, well, let's go back to here. We'll finish up the video. I don't know how much I'm going to be in the screen here, but flip it around so we can see. A couple of ring pulls on here. Alright, so if I can get down into here, just to recap, we have the tannerite, and man, I wish I was further out in the sticks that I could show you that, because it's quite impressive when those things go off. We have the MK5 Thunder Flash. It's a civilian flashbang. Again, you're going to need to show ID when you purchase these, so you're going on a list, but you do not need a permit. And we saw that thing go pretty good. There was a good flash, there was a good bang. Outside was one thing, set that off inside, even more of a thing. The ultimate match, that was awesome. And yeah, I've seen these things, again, burning underwater. You can't extinguish them. And here, of course, smoke grenades. Those come in all sorts of different colors. We set off a black one, but there's white smoke, there's red smoke, blue smoke, green smoke. Probably even make pink smoke in case you want to do a gender reveal with one. But those are awesome. So that's the video today on things that go boom. Not everything went boom, but a few things went boom. We had some fun. These are some awesome products, and I'm going to put a link somewhere in the description to where you can pick this stuff up. Tannerite, not so much, because that, well, it's a PAL item. I don't know what YouTube's rules are about that. But you can get those on at any, I mean, Cabela's or any place like that will have Tannerite. EnolaGay.com, I believe, is the website. But again, I'm going to double check that. I'll put it in the description. That's where you're going to get the smoke grenades, the MK5 Thunder flashes, and the ultimate matches. No permits required for any of those, just showing ID for the Thunder Flash. So I hope you got some great ideas here. Thought I'd show you some neat products that I've come across over the winter and I haven't had a chance to make videos on yet. Like I said, now that spring's here, we're going to be doing this a lot more because I can get outside a lot easier and there's not 3 feet of snow to wander through. So in any case, remember, folks, be prepared. It's a tough world out there.